Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic at the intersection of technology and education. Specifically, how mobile technology is revolutionizing the way we develop oral communication skills. As we navigate an increasingly digital world, the ability to communicate effectively through various platforms has become indispensable. Mobile technology, which most of us carry in our pockets or our bags, offers unique opportunities to enhance these skills in ways that were unimaginable just a decade ago. Um, so let's start with our first point: smartphones and virtual communication. Let's start about thinking about the way that we use the frequency that we use smartphones nowadays. Now imagine a classroom where every student is actively engaged, not just passively listening a lesson, but interacting directly through their devices. According to research by Goodgold and Grodziak, smartphones have the ability to transform traditional learning environments. They can help overcome camera shyness, engage online audiences, and develop critical virtual communication skills. Because nowadays, students need to know how to talk to a camera, right? For instance, we need to encourage students to create video podcasts or record the presentations. This can boost their self-awareness on linguistic abilities. Furthermore, teaching them about professional online presence, from the way that they should dress for an online meeting to the background that they should have. This really can help students to prepare for real life scenarios when they need to face online interviews. Let's now talk about WhatsApp and language learning. I think most of us here have WhatsApp, right? We know that right now WhatsApp is a tool that millions of people around the world use for daily communication. There is a study from Universidad de Alemania that they show how they use the messaging app to really improve the speaking skill of the students. The teachers choose a experimental group, to use WhatsApp for real life interactions and for the students to have directly feedback from the teacher and another students. This experiment show how the students were able to negotiate meaning and correct each other's mistakes in real life and engage in conversation practicing their oral skills. The platform, because WhatsApp is very familiar with everyone, it was very easy for the students to use and the interaction were very natural. Also, this project helped the students to improve their oral skills, something that was proved with some tests that the teacher made after the course. Now, I want to talk about the use of iPods in the class and the role in teaching second languages to indigenous children. Shanna's project addressed the educational barriers that children face due to social economic factors and how the social context have a direct influence in the way that the kids learn. We can see this because when the kids are not able to improve their first language because in their context they don't have enough input, or maybe their parents are negligent and they don't have any opportunity to learn well how to communicate, it's very hard to teach them how to learn a second language, right? So they decided to to use technology to try to cover these gaps. In this case, they decided to use iPods that can have apps that are very relevant to the students' context, and they can help them to study with activities and vocabulary that is relevant to them in an interactive way, and when they can have immediate feedback. So it really helped the students to spread the speaking skills. I want to conclude that as we look into the future, we really need to embrace the potential of mobile technology in education. as collaborate as educators, we really should try to collaborate more with IT people that are developing software, so we can create apps that really target our students' needs and our classroom needs, so we can use the technology in our advantage. Mm, it's important that as teachers we can keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible in education with technology. I think something that is very important for us to remind is like technology right now is our friend and our ally, and it's not something we should fight against. Many times we are very used to a traditional classroom, and maybe we believe that the use of technology could could bring some bad feedback from the students or from the because we are afraid the students become very dependent of technology for learning. But technology can achieve the contrary, as it has been proved in the examples before. Technology is very accessible, especially smartphones. Almost everyone has one nowadays. It really helps us to have contact with the students wherever they are, any location, at any time. So it really broke all the barriers that we have inside a classroom. I believe that right now we have many students study English since they are in primary school, and after they graduate from high school, the English level is still very, very low. And one of the problems of the cause of this is that they don't have opportunities to practice the speaking skills outside the classroom or even inside the classroom. The teacher has so many students that she don't have the time to give an immediately feedback. That's why programs like the WhatsApp tool is very good, because the students first they can feel very motivated to keep learning the language. They can practice the oral skills in a real time, and second, the students can have a real life scenario where they can use their new acquired vocabulary and speaking skills in English. Also, another point I want to talk now, and it's not in the readings that I present before, is how we can incorporate the use of AI into the classroom. Right now, with the development of AI, I feel that many teachers we can see this as a threat, because we are afraid that the students are going to rely on AI to make their homeworks, or probably to to make to yeah the students are going to rely on AI to produce their works, and they're not going to be thinking by themselves. Of course, this is something that could happen, but also AI offer for us such an abundant possibilities to help the students to really improve the skills. I would like to say, for example, in a classroom of 40 kids in high school, it's very difficult for the teacher to correct all of the students' pronunciation mistakes. And second, probably the teacher, because she's not a native speaker, her pronunciation is not as good as a native speaker. So still, the kids would never reach a very good pronunciation. But if we use that with the help of the AI, the students can have conversations with the AI in real time. They can have immediately feedback from the AI, and the AI have the ability to show the students the right pronunciation of the words, and the AI can correct and can identify what are the problems in the students' pronunciation announces. I feel this is very, very interesting, because the students they can have more opportunities to have a very good accent, even when they don't have access to a native speaker. Even now, for a student to pay for having class with a native speaker is very expensive, and to be honest, in the long term, it's not sustainable. By using AI tools, we can really help our students to improve at their own pace, and also AI is mostly accessible right now to everyone, and I think we should really embrace it as a teachers. Also, AI can host day-to-day conversations so the students can interact with the AI without any pressure, and they can learn many things about different topics in English. They can enhance their vocabulary, not only about the oral skills, but they can increase their writing skills, they can increase their vocabulary, they can learn how to ask questions, they can learn how to reply to hard questions. So I really encourage teachers right now that we should really sit down and have a discussion about how we can use the AI to help our students to improve, to help our students to have a better performance in their English levels. I feel that that today we live in a very exciting era when there are so many tools that we can use, and when we don't have barriers right now about time or space or even about budget to help our students. Also, I want to point out again, when we teach our students to use technology, we are not only helping them to develop their language skills, but we are teaching them necessary skills to survive in this globalized era that we are right now, because everything, we need technology for everything. We need technology for go shopping, we need technology for having our interview via Skype, we need technology to study, we need technology to present, to do a PowerPoint presentation that is good and efficient. So we are, at the same time that we teach students to improve their English skills, we are preparing them for life and for real scenarios. A person who doesn't know how to use technology nowadays is going to fail in finding a good job or even a normal job. So I think it's very exciting to know that we can use the English class to really prepare our students for life beyond only the English skills. I really hope this talk has been useful, and I really hope this talk can encourage us to think outside the box and to embrace all the opportunities that we have in our hands right now. Thank you so much. Bye bye.